Good morning. Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Good morning
Yes,
to all.
ma'am.
Nobody is here?
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay. So last time we have started the kind, the sick from the kind, correct? We have completed the sick chapter in the last week, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then
Yes, ma'am.
who is the sick?
The person which
Person
has
who has derangement of vital
derangement of
vital.
vital.
Yes, that person is sick. Then homeopathic physician उसको treatment कब देगा? What is the concept of the sick given by Dr. Kent? What is the concept of the sick? Who will give the answer? Harshada? Jinje?
Yes, ma'am.
Who is the sick? What is the concept of the sick?
Whose vital force is deranged.
That I know. What is the concept given by Dr. Kent in sick?
And whose vital force is deranged is the sick people, and if they show signs and symptoms.
That much only I have taught you in the last week. These two lines.
Whose will and understanding is not proper. Means
Like this I have taught you. Divyashri?
Ma'am, sick म्हणजे derangement of vital force, and this derangement of vital force we have to restore back to the health.
Hmm.
This this derangement of vital force can act on the mind.
Hmm.
Uh,
What points I have given to
and,
you in the summary? I have
and we have to
explained so nicely that summary. I have given the certain points in that summary. What are that points?
recognize the disease at the beginning before the localization of it.
Right. Huh.
And because the prior to localization,
Huh.
uh, vital force is deranged.
Hmm.
and
So
first there is
we have
derangement
to
of
Hey,
identify
one
the
at a time. Let her finish first.
so
Huh.
prior to localization we have to identify the sickness,
Right.
uh, because after the localization the tissue changes will be
Hmm.
there, and the tissue changes are the results of diseases.
Right. Okay. Bus. Anyone else want to tell further part of the sick after the localization? Who will tell? Kajal? Ganveer? Kajal is here? Prasad Dinkar? Prasad? Rutuja? Gavane? No. Somesh? Vibhavari? Swastika?
Yes, ma'am.
Mention your name.
Ma'am, Vibhavari.
Okay. What is the second part of the sick after the localization?
Ma'am, after the localization, we means think about the symptoms, common and uncommon symptoms. Then afterwards, we mostly means work on the uncommon symptoms rather than the common symptoms. And without taking much time of that patient, like most of the allopaths do, we prescribe the better medicine to that disease.
Tushar. Tushar Kopnar. Vishwaja.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me the concept of the sick.
Ma'am, why sick is a rearrangement of force, and this proceed from within outward until we have pathological changes in the tissues, and there are no disease but sick people, as Dr. Kane said, and
Tushar is here. Tushar Kopnar. Otherwise, I will not give the attendance if you are not responding. No, Tushar is not here. Aditya is here. Aditya Ugre.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't give the attendance to Tushar.
Okay.
Tanvi.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the concept?
The concept of sick is the derangement of vital force where the mind and body gets affected. Then the patient shows signs and symptoms. The bacteria are the result of disease. As the Kent says, there is no disease but sick man. Kent emphasizes on mental symptom. There is law of cure and law of sickness.
Okay. Yuvraj Saste.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the concept?
Derangement of vital force, and it causes signs and symptoms, and the localization of disease, and the harmonial balance in between body and mind. Body, that is all the tissues and organs. Sick, it is the tissue changes, that is the result of disease. The will and understanding, balance in between the will and understanding. It is the mental symptoms, and it suppress then this leading to cause the suicidal attempt. And as sick, the internal man is first, as we treat the patient at internal man first, and
Organs later. What is the law of
organs later.
What is the law of cure and the law of sick? What is the direction of that law? From vital force to periphery.
Vital force to periphery.
To the organ or the exterior part of the body. Correct? Correct or not? Okay, good. Tushar is here. Again, I am asking for Tushar. No, he is not here. Confirm he is absent. Mark him absent. Priyanka Yadav.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the concept of health? What is the first aphorism?
फर्स्ट एफोरिज्म में मैम मिशन होता है एक फिजिशियन का कि पेशेंट को पूरी तरह से क्योर करना, मतलब उसका सिर्फ एक ही एम नहीं रहता है कि वो सिर्फ उसकी हेल्थ ठीक हो जाए, बट उसका
वाइटल फोर्स भी एकदम एग्जैक्टली ठीक होना चाहिए, ऐसा उसका मिशन होता है। और अगर पेशेंट आया मतलब तो उसको तुरंत ही ट्रीट करना वो स्टार्ट कर देता है, नहीं तो फिर उसको प्रॉब्लम ज्यादा बढ़ सकती है।
Okay. What is the vital force?
मैम वाइटल फोर्स अगर डिरेंज हो जाता है तो फिर ह्यूमन को डिसीज होने होता है।
Nee, but what is the vital force? What do you mean by vital force? What you understand by vital force? आपको क्या समझा है? What is vital force?
अगर वो पर्सन पूरी तरह से हेल्थी है तो फिर उसका वाइटल फोर्स ठीक है।
नहीं नहीं, but what is the vital force? What do you understand by the concept vital force? Akshada, Atkari,
Yes,
what is the
ma'am.
concept of vital force?
Dynamic power present in living organism
Very
is
good.
the vital force. Human organism consists of mind, body, and spirit. That spirit is called as a dynamic power, and which is responsible for the sickness.
Right. From where you have written that notes, the sick?
From
Akshada.
your lecture.
Okay. ठीक है.
Lecture.
Okay. Okay. Archana. Vagare.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the concept of sick that you understand? What do you understand from the chapter the sick? Your voice is breaking, Archana. Okay, let it be. Your
The
voice.
disease progress, then there may be structural change. And constipation, this is the main examples. And cancer or the necrosis by removing the organ. And the disease from internal man, then from come outside. And derangement of vital force.
Anything else? Anything else? No, okay. So in the very first aphorism, we have seen the mission of the physician. The mission is to treat the sick person. And we know who is the sick. The derangement of the vital force, the person who are having the sign and symptoms before the localization of the disease. Because if there is a localization, then this is the result of the disease. So instead of treating that tissue changes or the result of disease, we treating the signs and symptoms. जो भी patient को signs and symptoms आ रहे हैं, we are treating that person. We are not waiting for the tissue changes or the localization of the disease. Prior to localization, the damage is happening inside the body to the vital force. What is the vital force? It is a dynamic energy. It is a spiritual energy which is present inside a living organism. If the vital force is present, then we are alive. Otherwise, the cadaver do not have any vital energy or the vital force. So we have to restore the health by giving the medicine. That is our mission. We are not wasting our time finding out the cause of the disease, the material cause of the disease. Our theories are not based on the empty speculations and the hypothesis. We are giving the medicines only on the basis of the signs and symptoms. So all these we have learned from the first aphorism. In the second aphorism, we have learned if you want to do the cure in the patient, then how the cure should be. So that cure should be rapid, gentle, and permanent. So rapid, gentle, and permanent restoration of health. We are not giving the recovery to the patient, but we are restoring the health permanently with gently and rapidly, and annihilating and removing the disease in its whole extent. All the signs and symptoms should be removed by us from its root. Not a single symptom, not a single sign should be remain inside the patient's body. And the base or the principles on which we are curing the patient, they should be most reliable, most harmless, and they should be easy, so that the physician will understand it properly and he will able to cure that patient properly. Then in the aphorism number 3, we have seen for the cure of the patient, we know the certain knowledges should possess to the physician. If that physician do not have the knowledge of physiology, anatomy, surgery, pharmacy, posology, gynec obstetrics, medicine, then he will not be able to treat that person. He will not be able to differentiate between the normal things and the abnormal things. And hence, we have seen the different knowledges. What are the knowledges that the physician should possess? What are the different knowledges that physician should possess? Anybody?
Knowledge of disease,
Please
exact
mention
mode
your
of
name.
operation, choice of remedy.
Wait. Mention your name and then give the answer. Huh.
Diveshri, knowledge of disease, knowledge of medicine, knowledge of application of drug, knowledge of mode of preparation, knowledge of dose, choice of remedy, repetition of dose, and obstacles to recovery.
Very good. So all these knowledges should possess to the physician. He should have the knowledge of disease so that he can differentiate between the abnormal and the normal things. He should have the knowledge of medicine so that he can give the acute medicine or the chronic medicine. He should know how to apply the knowledge. He should know the knowledge of posology. He should have the knowledge of repetition of the dose, choice of the remedy, and most important is the obstacle to the recovery, and that is the cause of the disease. So we have seen in the fourth aphorism that the physician can be a preserver of health. If you know, preserve karna means what? We have to prevent, we have to keep the health as it is from the derangement of the vital force. So for that we can be a preserver. So first we know the mission now, how the cure should be. Now we are the preserver of the health. So how to preserve our health? By removing the obstacles to cure. So we have the physician is likewise a preserver of health if he know the things that deranges the health and cause the disease. So here I have explained you the different causes of the disease. So for the acute disease, which cause is responsible?
Exciting cause.
Right, exciting cause. For the chronic disease,
fundamental cause.
Fundamental causes. And what are the maintaining causes? What are the maintaining cause? What is the maintaining cause? The exciting cause which maintains the disease for the longer time, which is the obstacle to cure, that is nothing but the maintaining cause. So in the aphorism number 5, we have seen in the acute disease, we have to note down the exciting cause, and in the chronic disease, we have to note down the fundamental causes. What are the fundamental causes which are responsible for chronic disease?
Miasms.
Ma'am, miasms, psora, psycho, and syphilis.
Right, psora, syphilis, and psychosis. Psora is responsible for which type of disease?
Skin disease.
Right.
Skin
Psychosis.
complaints. Any
overgrowth,
overgrowth or
overgrowth
deposition.
in the body.
Syphilis.
Overgrowth of bones.
bacterial
Complete
infection.
destruction of
Destruction
tissue.
of the tissues.
Right. So in the chronic diseases, with that we have to again take the certain point in detail. What are the points or the extra points that we have to take from the patient in the chronic disease? What are they? Which extra points we have to consider in the chronic case?
Ma'am,
Huh?
duration, physical
Moral.
constitution,
Please mention your name and then
intellectual
give the
character.
answer one by one.
Ma'am Harshada.
Rutuja Shetty, ma'am.
Ma'am Harshada.
Okay, give me the answer.
Ma'am, moral and intellectual character, mode of living and habit, occupation, age, sexual function, social and domestic relation.
Right. So all these extra points should consider in the chronic case. We are not considering this in the acute case, because what is the acute and what is the chronic disease?
Acute disease appears
Mention your name first.
Acute Vaishnavi Patil.
Okay.
Ma'am, acute disease where got relief within short period and chronic मध्ये more than 7 किंवा 10 to 15 days.
नाही, chronic मध्ये more than 21 days and acute मध्ये less than 7 days. So we categorize it as a acute and a chronic disease. Okay. Can you give me the certain examples of exciting causes? Mention your name and then give the answer.
Ma'am Diveshri.
No, Diveshri, you have given 2 to 3 answers. Not now. Anybody else? Vaishnavi has also given answer. Mansi, okay.
Cold air, cold food, hot air, hot food, and sedentary lifestyles.
Okay. Okay. So these are all the exciting causes and the fundamental causes. Now we have seen the mission. We have seen the highest ideal cure, how the cure should be. We have seen the physician should possess the certain knowledges so that he will be able to cure the patient. The physician is a preserver also, because he preserves the life, he preserves the health, because he know the cause of the disease and how to remove it. And we have seen the causes of the disease also. With all these things, the one more quality should possess by the physician, and that quality is the unprejudicedness. Now, today we will start this unprejudiced observer. That is the aphorism number 6th from the 6th edition. So the one more property is the unprejudicedness. So unprejudiced means what? I have explained this again also in the last week. What is unprejudiced?
Ma'am Vaishnavi. He should not be judgmental.
Correct. He should not judge.
Fixed decision.
Yes.
Idea नाही पाहिजे. Fixed idea
Yes.
नसते.
Correct. So he should not take the decision as soon as, or he should not make a diagnosis as soon as he sees the patient without taking the history and without asking anything. He should not form his own judgment that the person is having this thing. The physician should possess or should take note of certain things, then only he became an unprejudiced observer. On the unprejudiced observer, there are always the 5, 10 or the 20 mark question. So this is a vast topic again, just like the sick. So we will take the philosophy of this unprejudiced observer from the Kant in the next week. Okay, now we will first see who is the unprejudiced observer. So unprejudiced observer means who observe. So when you are observing your patient, you should be free from any concepts, any misconcept regarding that patient. So he should be well aware of futility of transcendental speculations. So speculations we know, hypothesis and speculation में ये word हमको गया है. So this is the false things, or this is the empty thing, this is only the hypothesis. So he should know there is no use of this speculation which can receive no confirmation from experience. So from that false things he will not get any knowledge about the patient. That will not be useful while prescribing the patient. Be this power of penetration, his power of penetration ever so great, takes note of nothing in every individual case. So his power of penetration means he should only observe, he should only note those things which are helpful for getting the characteristic symptoms, or to get the peculiar symptom, or which is helpful for the diagnosis of the patient. Diagnosis means the diagnosis of the remedy or the diagnosis of the medicine of the patient. So वही उसका जो concentration है, it should be totally on the signs and symptoms. He should take the note nothing in every individual case. So his power of penetration is, or he should be concentrate only on these things, not the other things, except the changes in the health of the body. So other changes जो आएंगे, that are the common symptom which is required for the diagnosis, and the peculiar symptom or the characteristic symptoms that is happening in his health, in his body, which is helpful for the selection of the medicine, that only he take into the account. I'm not audible. Am I audible or not?
Audible, ma'am.
Audible, ma'am.
Then Renuka, please check your connection. Okay. So he should take the note of the derangement of the vital force or the derangement of our body. So he should concentrate only on the morbid phenomena, that is the signs and symptoms, which can perceive externally by means of the senses. So what he has to observe? He has to observe the signs with the help of his eyes. He can check the fever. He can check the blood pressure, pulse with the help of hands. So by using all the senses, he has to observe the patient without any prior concept, without any without any misconception, or with the judgmental mood. He should not diagnose the patient. That is to say, he notices only the deviation from the formal healthy state to now diseased individual. So previously that person is healthy, but because of the derangement of vital force, that individual is diseased. So what makes him sick? That is the cause of the disease. If he is getting either the exciting cause or the maintaining cause, there only he should concentrate. Second thing is that with the signs and symptoms which will help him to find out the medicine, which he felt by the patient himself. The patient will give the symptoms to the physician, or the certain relatives or the friends, और जो भी उसके साथ आया है उनसे भी वो क्वेश्चनिंग कर सकता है फिजिशियन. रिमार्क बाय दोस अराउंड हिम यानी पेशेंट के आजू बाजू या फिर जो साथ में आया है वो, एंड ऑब्जर्व बाय द फिजिशियन. Certain things the physician can observe, that is a facial expression, the sitting style, walking style, how he is talking, वो आंखें बड़े बड़े कर रहा है, रो रहा है, so how he is giving the expression. So all these things he can be observed by the physician. All these perceptible signs represent the disease in its whole extent. So how he has to collect the history? He has to use his all the senses. He can take the history from the patient. He can take the history from the relatives of the friend जो उसके साथ आए हैं वो, and by his own observation. So all these things, all these four things will helpful to form a complete portrait of the disease. This will help to get the holistic approach from head to foot. He has to collect the symptom, and that's why he used the word whole extent. That is together they form a true and only conceivable portrait of the disease. So conceivable means which will help you to conceive the medicine, which will help you to select the medicine. Once the portrait of the disease is get completed, this will helpful for the selection of the remedy. And the portrait of the disease, portrait means what? What do you understand by portrait? What is the portrait? What is portrait? Nobody. Huh.
A complete.
Complete. What is the meaning of portrait? No one knows.
Depiction of that person.
What?
Complete depiction of that person.
No, portrait. Literal meaning of portrait.
Description
A
of
complete
somebody.
picture of some person.
Picture. You are all
Complete picture.
Yes, you are all good in drawing. I know the whole batch is good in drawing. Do you know? You don't know about the portrait?
Ma'am, we know.
Means painting and drawing.
Yes. So for making a portrait, which thing you required? You require pencil, eraser, all the colors or the paper. Before coloring, you have to make the sketch with the help of pencil. After that, you are using the different colors, and according to the dress or according to that whatever the portrait you are drawing, according to that you are using the colors. If it is related to the nature, then you will use the green color in a much more quantity. If it is related to our body that the Ikra has drawn, so he used the different colors. He can use the red color, she can use the blue color for the veins and the red color for the arteries. So the portrait, किसका आप portrait draw कर रहे हो, on the basis of that you are using the colors. If you are drawing your own picture and you are using only the white and black color, so वो portrait अच्छा नहीं दिखेगा. या फिर आप scenery draw कर रहे हो, nature draw कर रहे हो, and there you are only using the one color, that is only the green, so it will not give a good impression. With that green, if you are drawing the flowers, you can use the red color, you can use the pink color. So different अगर आप colors उसमें use कर रहे हो, so that portrait will look very nice. Isn't it? Which portrait
Yes,
will
ma'am.
be nice? Either you are using only one color or 2 to 3 colors. Which portrait will look nice?
2 to 3 color portrait.
Yes, and that with the proper क्या बोलते हैं उसको, with the proper quantity, with the proper color combination जो है, it should be a good one. Otherwise 2-3 color use कर रहे हो लेकिन flowers को आपने black कर दिया और sky को आपने green कर दिया, so it makes no sense. Correct? So while making the portrait, you are concentrating on to which object we are giving which color and what is the consistency of that color. So it should not be flowing consistency, है ना, नहीं तो वो इधर का color उधर चला जाएगा. So these all things you are taking into the consideration while you are drawing anything, while you are coloring anything. Then same thing we have to consider when you are taking the history from the patient. We should not be a very monotonous. जैसे आप एक कलर नहीं देते हो आपके पोर्ट्रेट को, so that will be a very monotonous. That portrait will not be good. Similarly, you should ask the patient different questions so that the history will be completed or you will get the symptoms in its whole extent. Suppose that patient is having the fever. With fever, he is having a coryza. So what questions you will ask? You will ask about the coryza. Ki duration kya hai? What is the sensation? What is the character of the discharge? कब बढ़ता है, क्या खाने से बढ़ता है, क्या करते हो आप कि आपको अच्छा लगता है वो कोराइजा से? इफ द फीवर इज देयर देन हाउ मच टेम्परेचर, कब टेम्परेचर बढ़ता है, टेम्परेचर कब उतरता है, व्हाट यू आर डूइंग ड्यूरिंग द फीवर, how much quantity of water that patient is taking, whether he is taking the food or not, whether he is taking the cold food, hot food, cold water, hot. So all these things covering also you will ask to the patient. So what you are doing, you are collecting a finer point so that the portrait of the disease will get completed, and you are emphasizing that you should get the characteristic symptom, because common symptoms you are having, that is a fever and coryza, but you want the certain pinpoints or the peculiar points so that the portrait will complete, because only by coryza and the fever the portrait of the disease will not be completed. On the basis of that you will not be able to give the medicine. If the patient is said that the coryza is bland, it is yellowish and greenish, she feels better in the open air, then the fever is only at the night, the patient drinks a very little quantity of the water, then the patient wants all the windows and the doors open, she do not want the blanket during the fever, and the discharges are all the bland, then what medicine this suggests? Which medicine you will give to the patient with all these complaints? The coryza is bland, it may be the yellowish and greenish, changeability is there, the patient wants open air, the patient do not drink the much amount of water, all the discharges are bland, the patient is very quiet, the patient is crying during the fever. Which medicine this suggests? You know this medicine. Okay, are you able to give the medicine on the basis of these symptoms? Say yes or no.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So, only few seconds are left. Rejoin the meeting after 5 minutes. And if the two symptoms are there, fever and coryza, are you able to give the medicine?
No,
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
So, in which case you feel comfortable only by taking the fever and coryza or by taking the finer shades? In which case you are be able to give the medicine? In which case you feel comfortable for giving the medicine, in the first case or in the second case?
in second case.
Second case. So within this 5 minutes, you try to find out the medicine. You know this medicine very well. We have completed this medicine in the first year. So try to find out this medicine and give me the answer in the second session. Clear? Clear or not? Say yes or no.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay, rejoin the meeting after 5 to 6 minutes, because this much time is required to record all these things. Clear? Okay, we will meet after 5 to 6 minutes with the same password.
Okay, ma'am.